My dear friends, the purpose of my channel is to record and upload motivational, inspirational, and informative videos to help my viewers in leading a healthy, happy, and successful life, which is quite evident from all my previous clips. Today, I am touching a very interesting and one of my favorite topic, that is Stoicism. It is an ancient Greek philosophy for leading a peaceful life, and the rules are true even today. So, first of all, what is Stoicism? Stoicism is a philosophy that originated in ancient Greece around 3rd century BCE, some 2300 years from now. It was founded by a philosopher named Zeno of Citium, who taught in Athens. Zeno is considered as founder of Stoicism. It is based on the idea that virtue is the only true good and that everything else, including wealth, health, and pleasure, is indifferent. The goal of life, according to Stoicism, is to live in accordance with nature and to develop a calm and rational mind, free from emotions like anger, envy, and anxiety. Zeno's famous quote is that nature gave us 2 ears and one mouth so that we might listen twice as much as we speak. Founder of Stoicism. The founder of Stoicism is considered to be Zeno of Citium, who lived from 334 to 262 BC. Zeno was a Greek philosopher who began his philosophical studies under Crates of Thebes, a cynic philosopher. Later, Zeno was influenced by the teachings of Socrates, and he developed his own philosophy, which came to be known as Stoicism. He taught in a public colonnade or stoa in Athens, which is where the name Stoicism comes from. The school of Stoicism became one of the most influential schools of philosophy in the world, in the ancient world, and it has continued to have an impact on philosophical thought throughout the centuries. Teachings emphasize the importance of personal ethics, self-control, and living in harmony with nature. He believed that individuals should strive to develop their own virtues and cultivate a sense of inner peace and tranquility. Zeno's ideas were further developed by later Stoic philosophers. Now, pillars of Stoicism. Stoicism originated in ancient Greece. The thoughts of Stoicism are based on 4 pillars, which are wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance or self-control. The ancient Stoics used 4 virtues as a guide for their actions, a compass to point them in the right direction during hardships, times of confusion, and everyday life. Some even suggested that virtue is the path to happiness, and that when you live a virtuous life in alignment with nature, you naturally become happier. We are briefly discussing these 4 pillars. So, number 1, wisdom. Epictetus said, the chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals, not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Where then do I look for good and evil? Not to uncontrollable externals, but within myself, to the choices that are my own. In Stoicism, wisdom is to understand the world around us, seeing it for what it is, and putting aside our own judgments, biases, preconceptions, and prejudices, in order to see things as they really are. Wisdom is to make sound decisions based on that knowledge after recognizing the difference between what we can control and what we cannot. Thus, focusing our efforts on the things which are under our control and accepting those things which are out of our control. Number 2, courage. Seneca said, courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. Marcus Aurelius says in his famous writings, Meditations, that it is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Courage is the opposite of cowardice. Courage is not the elimination of fear, desire, or anxiety. It is acting in the right way despite our fear, desire, and anxieties. It is not just about physical bravery, but also about mental and emotional resilience. Courage is an essential aspect of Stoicism, as it requires individuals to face their fears and take action in the face of adversity. Stoics believe that courage is developed through practice and can be strengthened over time. It is the ability to face difficult situations, adversity, and challenges head on without being overwhelmed by fear or uncertainty. In Stoicism, courage is about standing up for what is right, even when it's difficult or unpopular, and staying true to our principles in the face of opposition. Number 3 is justice. Cicero, the Roman statesman and philosopher, said, justice is the crowning glory of all the virtues. Marcus Aurelius said, live out your life in truth and justice, tolerant of those who are neither true nor just. In Stoicism, justice is broader than defined in our language and legal systems. Justice is considered our duty to our fellow men and to our society. It is the morality behind how we act, specifically in relation to our community and the people within. Justice is all about fairness, kindness, and treating others with respect. It's working to create harmony and balance within our communities. In the Stoic view, practicing justice means treating others as we would like to be treated and upholding our responsibilities to our fellow humans, whether they be family, friends, or strangers. Number 4 is temperance. Marcus Aurelius wrote, most of what we say and do is not essential. If you can eliminate it, you will have more time and more tranquility. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? This is the essence of temperance or moderation. Temperance can also be called moderation. It relates to self-restraint, self-discipline, and self-control. It is our ability to choose long-term well-being over short-term satisfactions. Moderation is about finding balance and harmony in our lives, avoiding excess, and seeking contentment in simplicity. The Stoics believe that we should strive for self-control and manage our desires and emotions to maintain a sense of inner peace. Through the practice of moderation, we can prevent ourselves from being swept away by external events or desires, allowing us to focus on cultivating our inner virtues. Involves practicing self-control and restraint in all areas of our life, from our emotions to our desires and impulses. Let us discuss great followers of Stoicism. The ancient Stoic philosophers came from almost every background. The names of the 3 best known Stoics are Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor; Epictetus, a former slave who triumphed to become an influential lecturer and friend of the Emperor Hadrian, and Seneca, a famous playwright and political advisor. The later followers are from almost all fields. Some famous ones are briefly discussed here. Number one is George Washington, the first president of the United States and a practicing Stoic. Washington was known for his calmness and self-control, even in the face of crisis. Number two, Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States and another famous Stoic. Lincoln was known for his wisdom and his ability to remain calm in the face of adversity and inspired by Stoic principles. Number three is John Stuart Mill. He was a British philosopher and economist. He was influenced by Stoic philosophy and used Stoic ideas to defend his views on freedom and democracy. Number four is Ryan Holiday. American author Ryan Holiday is one of the most famous Stoics in modern society. Holiday is the author of several best-selling books on Stoicism, including The Obstacle is the Way and The Daily Stoic. He said, I think the main thing I take from Stoicism is the ability to control my emotions and not to be reactive. I can't control what happens to me, but I can control how I react to it. Number five, Tom Hiddleston, another famous Stoic in modern society, is the British actor. He uses Stoicism to deal with fame and attention that comes with being a Hollywood actor. Number six, Bill Clinton, the former president, reads Marcus Aurelius' meditation often. Number seven, Theodore Roosevelt, one of history's most resilient leaders, brought Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius on his deadly River of Doubt expedition. Number eight is Thomas Jefferson, the founding father, had Seneca on his nightstand when he died. Number nine, James Mattis, a retired United States Marine Corps four-star general who served as the 26th U.S. Secretary of Defense, carried with him Marcus Aurelius' meditations while on deployment. Number 10, Sam Sullivan, the former mayor of Vancouver, credits Stoicism for the inspiration to get engaged in politics. Next is Wen Jiabo, former Chinese Prime Minister, used to read Marcus Aurelius' meditations over 100 times. Number 12, James Stockdale. Admiral Stockdale has created Stoicism and Epictetus in particular for giving him the strength and resilience necessary to endure his time as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. Next is Cory Booker, the US Senator from New Jersey, is a fan of Marcus Aurelius. Number 14 is Arnold, the former Mr. Olympia, hero of movies and governor of California. He is a great fan of Stoic philosophy. Number 15, Beatrice Webb, English sociologist, economist, and social reformer, creator of the concept of collective bargaining, referred to Marcus Aurelius' meditation as her manual of devotion. In addition, numerous professional athletes, musicians, movie, television actors, authors, and businessmen strongly believed and followed Stoicism in their lives, which worked well for them. So, to sum up, we can say Stoicism is still relevant in the modern society. Famous Stoics like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus have left a lasting legacy that has inspired many people to live more virtuously. Their philosophy emphasizes the importance of self-control, resilience, and living in harmony with others. My dear friends, that's all for today. In this part 1 of the video, I have tried to discuss very briefly definition of Stoicism, pillars of this philosophy, and famous followers of Stoicism. That's all for today. We will meet soon with part 2 of this video with some more information. Please subscribe my channel, and favor me with your views and comments on this video. Also click the like button if you like the video. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you all a very peaceful and relaxed life with health and happiness.